Welcome back, everyone. World Baseball news for the week of August 8th. Lots of news today. One of Japan's top pitchers reportedly looking to sign with a major league team this offseason. The regular season ended in Mexico. Playoffs start tomorrow. And in one European league, they're ready to go with their championship series. And more big names have committed to play in the 2023 World Baseball Classic. St. Louis Cardinals first baseman Paul Goldschmidt is the latest commit for Team USA. A four-time Silver Slugger, four-time Gold Glove winner, and presently leading the National League in all slash-line categories. Goldschmidt was a member of the 2017 U.S. team that won the WBC title. Here's what the U.S. team looks like so far. Credit to Sean Spradling for posting this. Follow him on Twitter to keep up with all the new roster additions. Mike Trout in the outfield, and in the infield, Nolan Arenado, Trevor Story, and Paul Goldschmidt. While we're at it, here's what the Dominican team's got so far. Padres third baseman Manny Machado, Blue Jays first baseman Vlad Guerrero Jr., and National League ERA leader Sandy Alcantara. That could be really big. It's hard to get the top pitchers to play in the WBC, but they've got one. In Japan, about 40 games left in the MLB regular season schedule, and besides the race for the postseason, there was a lot of news last week. The biggest news being that SoftBank Hawks pitcher Kodai Senga, one of MLB's best pitchers in recent years, will be looking at offers from major league clubs this offseason. The 29-year-old right-hander won the pitcher's triple crown 2 years ago. He throws a forkball, cutter, slider, and a fastball that tops out at 100 miles an hour. Best of all, he's a free agent and won't require a posting fee. He had tried unsuccessfully in the past to get the Hawks to post him, but they wouldn't let him go. Hiroshima Cart pitcher Hiroki Tokoda was diagnosed with a right ankle fracture last week. Depending on the severity of it, he could be out up to 6 weeks. Tokoda was 8-6 with a .284 ERA in 17 starts this year. SoftBank Hawks pitcher Tomohisa Ozeki, the Game 1 starter for Pacific League in the All-Star Series just 2 weeks ago, has undergone surgery for testicular cancer. No date set for his return. Tuesday, Giants took the field for the first time in almost 2 weeks. They fell to the Tigers 6-3. Swallows shut out the Dragons 5-0. Baystars over the Carp 5-2. Fighters got past the Hawks 6-5. Marines topped the Eagles 6-4. And the first-place Lions came back to beat the Buffaloes 4-2. Tigers pitcher Koyo Aoyagi allowed 1 run over 6 innings as he improved to 12-1 for the season. Munetaka Murakami homered his first 2 times at the plate after he had homered in the last 3 times the previous Sunday. That set a new NPB record with a home run in 5 consecutive plate appearances. Wednesday, all the same teams won in Central League. Tigers 2-1 over the Giants, Swallows beat the Dragons 9-7, and the Baystars walked it off in the 11th to get past the Carp 6-5. Fighters beat the Hawks again 5-1, Eagles got even with the Marines 5-4, and the Lions took care of the Buffaloes 3-1. Another big day for a Swallows hitter. Domingo Santana went 4 out of 4 with 2 home runs and 6 RBI. Fighters first baseman Kotaro Kiyomiya also homered twice, driving in 4, while Fighters pitcher Kenta Uehara threw 8 scoreless for the win. And there was yet another 2-homer game. Lions catcher Tomoya Mori hit 2 over the fence, both of them solo. Thursday, Tigers sweep denied as they were blanked by the Giants 7-0. The other 2 Central League games were called off. Hawks and Fighters ended in a 3-3 tie, which means it's a 2-game sweep for the Fighters. Eagles hammered the Marines 10-1, 5 home runs from Eagles hitters, and the Lions walked it off for a 3-2 win and a 3-game sweep of the Buffaloes. 23-year-old Iori Yamasaki got the job done for the Giants with 8 shutout innings. Takeya Nakamura batted in all 3 runs for the Lions on a 2-run shot in the 4th and a walk-off solo shot in the 9th. All-new series on Friday, Giants over Swallows 9-5, Baystars 4-2 over the Dragons, Tigers beat the Carp 3-2, Lions got another walk-off homer, this time from Seiji Kawagoe in the 10th, to top the Marines 4-3, Buffaloes over the Fighters 5-2, and the Hawks beat the Eagles 7-3. Gregory Polanco was 4 out of 5 with a pair of home runs and 3 RBI in the Giants' win. Saturday, Giants again over the Swallows 3-2. Baystars scored the game's only run in the top of the 9th to beat the Dragons 1-0. Carp put up 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th for a come-from-behind walk-off win over the Tigers 6-5. Marines over Lions 2-1. Buffaloes over Fighters 3-1. And the Hawks blew past the Eagles 9-1. Polanco stayed hot, driving in all 3 Giants runs on a 2-run homer and a sac fly. Dragons pitcher Shinosuke Ogasawara tossed 8 scoreless with 7 Ks, but had to settle for a no decision. Kazuya Ojima threw 8 innings, 1 run, 7 Ks to get the win for the Marines, and Masataka Yoshida batted in all 3 Buffaloes runs on a 2-run homer and an RBI double. Sunday, Giants over the Swallows 7-4 for a surprising 3-game sweep. Giants have now won 4 in a row. Dragons shut out the Baystars 5-0 to avoid a sweep. Tigers held on for a 7-5 win in the rubber match over the Carp. Lions 10-4 over the Marines to win the series. Fighters 5-3 over the Buffaloes to avoid a sweep, and the Eagles also avoided a sweep, 7-2 over the Hawks. Domingo Santana capped off an outstanding week with a grand slam in the Swallows' loss. Dragons pitcher Hiroto Takahashi struck out 7 batters through 6 1/3 scoreless innings. Hotaka Yamakawa reached base 3 times and hit a 3-run homer for the Lions. Takehiro Okajima batted in 5 runs on 3 hits for the Eagles. Central League standings, Swallows lead down to 8.5. Still a comfortable lead, but they are not looking the same lately. Tigers are second after winning both of their series last week. Third place Bay Stars are 1.5 behind the Tigers. Giants 1.5 behind the Bay Stars. Carp 1.5 behind the Giants. And the Dragons are in last by 3 games. In Pacific League, Lions got some breathing room. Their lead is now 3 games. Then it's a really tight race. Hawks 3 back, Eagles 3.5, Buffaloes 4, Marines 6.5. You can expect that order to change every week. This week in NPB, Tuesday to Thursday, Tigers at Bay Stars, Giants at Dragons, Swallows at Carp, Lions at Fighters, Hawks at Marines, and Eagles at Buffaloes. On the weekend, Carp at Giants, Bay Stars at Swallows, Dragons at Tigers, Lions at Eagles, Fighters at Marines, and Buffaloes at Hawks. Over to Korea, there was a battle for second place in the KBO last week, and, as usual, a few arrivals and departures. Dan Straley is back with the Lotte Giants for the remainder of the season, brought in as the replacement for Glenn Sparkman, who was released 2 weeks ago, as the Giants hope for a strong finish to land themselves in the postseason. Straley led the KBO in strikeouts 2 years ago with 205, and pitched again for the Giants last year. This year he's been pitching at AAA Reno, where he had an ERA over 6 in 12 starts. Wes Parsons has been released by the NC Dinos. He was good when he was out there with a 3.56 ERA and 8 starts this season, but he's been out since May 14th with a back injury. His replacement is 32-year-old lefty Matt Dermody. He made 1 appearance for the Chicago Cubs earlier this season, and in AAA Iowa he had a 3.74 ERA in 79 1/3 innings as a starter and a reliever. He also pitched in relief for the Cebu Lions last year. Tuesday, Eagles over Tigers 5-4 on a walk-off solo homer from Ju-Suk Ha. Wiz and Dinos rained out, Giants over Twins 4-3. First-place Landers came from behind to top the second-place Heroes 7-5, and the Lions and Bears were rained out. Jung Choi drove in 4 runs for the Landers, most of that on a 3-run homer in the 3rd. Wednesday, Tigers over Eagles 6-3 in 10 innings. Wiz crushed the Dinos 15-2. Twins even things up with the Giants 4-1. Heroes held off a 9th-inning rally to get past the Landers 3-2, and the Bears beat the Lions 3-1. Tigers catcher Dongwon Park was 4 out of 4 with a home run. Byung-ho Park hit 2 3-run homers for the Wiz. Woo Jin-an tossed 7 scoreless with 7 Ks for the Heroes, as he improved to 11-5 for the season. Thursday, Eagles took the series with a 4-1 win over the Tigers. Dinos came back to beat the Wiz on a walk-off 2-run double from third baseman Jin Hyuk No. Twins destroyed the Giants 12-2 for the series win. Lander scored 1 in the 10th to top the Heroes 6-5 and win the series, and the Lions had no problem with the Bears, winning 9-2. Twins first baseman Eun Sung Chae batted in 4 runs on 3 hits. Tae In-won was the winning pitcher for the Lions, 7 innings, no runs, only 3 hits, and 6 strikeouts. Friday, brand new series for everyone. Wiz over Eagles 5-1, Giants over the Dinos 7-2. Bears were 5-3 winners over the Tigers. Lions 3-1 over the Landers in 10. Twins and Heroes entered the weekend tied for second. Heroes built a huge early lead and just held on to it for an 8-7 win. Wiz got 6 scoreless from Young Pyo-ko as he improved to 10-5 for the season. Saturday, Wiz over the Eagles 4-2. Dinos crushed the Giants 10-1. Bears beat the Tigers 7-4. Landers scored on a wild pitch in the bottom of the 11th for a 7-6 win over the Lions, and the Twins rolled 12-3 over the Heroes to even that series. Win number 8 for Dinos pitcher Drew Rucinski after throwing 6 innings, no earned runs. Sunday, Eagles over Wiz 6-5 in 11 innings to avoid a sweep. Dinos destroyed the Giants for the second day in a row, 14-0 to take the series. Tigers blew a 4-run lead in the 9th but got a walk-off single in the 10th for a 5-4 win to prevent a sweep. Landers outlasted the Lions in a seesaw battle 7-6 to win the series, and the Twins shut out the Heroes 5-0 to move into sole possession of second place. Dinos got an inside-the-park grand slam from Nicholas Martini in their blowout win, only the 4th time that's happened in the KBO. Tigers pitcher Sean Nolan threw 8 shutout innings with 7 Ks and only 3 hits, but had to settle for a no decision. And Twins pitcher Adam Plutko got win number 10 after going 6 2/3 scoreless with only 4 hits allowed. KBO standings, Landers are still sitting pretty at the top with an 8-game lead. Unless they have a really bad late-season slump, it looks like we'll see the Landers finish first and get that automatic bye to the Korean Series. The Twins are the new second-place team, 8 games back. Heroes are 9 back. Wiz trail by 14. And the Tigers hold the 5th and final playoff spot, 18 games out of first, 4 behind the Wiz. And the race for the last playoff spot. Bears trail the Tigers by 4.5 now, drawing a little closer over the last week. Dinos move up to 7th, 7 behind the Tigers and a half game ahead of the now 8th place Giants. Giants have fallen hard lately and are only a game and a half ahead of the 9th place Lions. This week in the KBO, Tuesday is a day off, 3-game series Wednesday to Friday. Tigers at Lions, 4th place Wiz at 1st place Landers, Twins at Eagles, Giants at Heroes, and Dinos at Bears. 2-game series Saturday and Sunday, Twins at Dinos, Giants at Tigers, Landers at Bears, Lions at Wiz, and Heroes at Eagles. Next up, Taiwan. No major news last week, but lots of action on the field in the CPBL. Let's see what happened. Tuesday, Dragons over Lions 4-1. Chisheng Lin had 3 hits and a home run for the Dragons. Lions remained winless for the second half. By that same score, Monkeys beat the Guardians after scoring 3 in the 10th. Wednesday, Dragons blanked the Lions 6-0 behind 7 shutout innings from Drew Gagnon. He improved to 9-3, and the brothers took care of the Guardians 4-2. Thursday, Monkeys kept winning, Lions kept losing, 4-1 the final. Tsupeng Huang improved to 8-1, going 7 2/3, allowing only 1 and striking out 8. And the Guardians walked it off to beat the brothers 6-5. Chu Xuan-Ye drove in 3 runs on 3 hits. Friday, Guardians took the series 3-1 over the brothers. Same score in the other game as the Monkeys topped the Dragons. Saturday, Monkeys kept on rolling 7-1 over the Dragons, and the Lions finally got a second-half win 13-6 over the brothers to snap an 8-game losing streak. Big day for Chie Shan Chen. 4 hits, a home run, 3 runs scored, 4 batted in, and his 100th career stolen base. Sunday, Monkeys finished the week a perfect 5-0 by blanking the Dragons 3-0. Rookie Jen Ho Tsang threw 6 scoreless to improve to 3-0. And the Lions got a little win streak going, 5-3 over the Guardians. Ang Ku Lin, who just returned to the team after being out with an injury since the start of the season, batted in 2 runs on 3 hits. CPBL standings, 10 games into the second half, and the Monkeys are already starting to build a big lead. At 9-1, they are 3.5 ahead of the second-place Guardians. Brothers and Dragons are tied for third, 5 games out of first, 1.5 behind the Guardians. Both teams have lost their last 3. Lions are in last after a terrible start, but look poised to make up for it and get back in the race. Overall standings, Monkeys lead the way by 9.5 games, looking like they'll cruise to an automatic trip to the Taiwan series with home field advantage. Brothers are in second with a 2-game lead over the Dragons and 2.5 over the Lions. This week's action begins on Tuesday with Brothers at Dragons and Monkeys at Guardians. It's playoff time in Mexico. The LMB regular season ended on Sunday. Playoffs get underway tomorrow. Here's a look at the final regular season standings. In the north, Toros de Tijuana grabbed the top seed after winning 5 out of 6 games in the final week. Dos Laredos kept pace but could never catch Toros. They'll settle for number 2. Monclova 3rd, Monterrey 4th, Laguna 5th, and Aguascalientes 6th. Those are the 6 playoff teams from the north. For Saltillo, Durango, and Guadalajara, the season is over. In the south, Diablos Rojos del Mexico are once again the top seed for the playoffs, winning it by a comfortable margin. Close finish for second, Tabasco beat Puebla 9-6 on the final day of the season to steal the number 2 seed. Puebla is 3rd, Yucatan 4th, Quintana Roo 5th, and Veracruz 6th. The bottom 3, and done for the season, Oaxaca, Campeche, and León. The best of 7 first round gets underway on Tuesday in the north. Number 4, Monterrey at number 3, Monclova. Laguna visits second-seeded Dos Laredos, and top-seeded Tijuana welcomes Aguascalientes. On Wednesday, the south will join in. Veracruz at Mexico City, Yucatan at Puebla, and Tigres de Quintana Roo at Tabasco. Saraperos de Saltillo hitter Henry Urrutia is the 2022 LMB batting champion with a .420 average. The home run crown was shared by 2 hitters, Rainel Rosario of Saraperos and Felix Perez of Toros de Tijuana. Both had 38 for the season. Top base stealer was Tito Polo of Tigres de Quintana Roo with 35. ERA title goes to Yoander Mendez of Sultanes de Monterrey with a mark of .278, and the top closer was another Sultanes pitcher, Neftali Perez, with 24 saves. They are down to 3 in Germany. One semifinal series concluded over the weekend. The other one will be decided this week, and then we'll have our matchup for the Baseball Bundesliga Championship Series. The Bonn Capitals and the Heidenheim Heidekip went into last weekend tied at 1 in the best-of-5 series. On Saturday, Bonn took a 2-1 series lead with a 9-3 win. Regensburg and Paderborn were meeting for Game 1 of their series. This one went to the 12th when Regensburg scored 2 runs, but Paderborn answered with 3 for an 8-7 walk-off win. Sunday, Regensburg did not want to go down 2-0 in the series. They destroyed Paderborn 16-1 in a 6-inning mercy rule game. And Bonn shut out Heidenheim 7-0. Bonn wins the series 3-1, and the 3-time defending champions Heidenheim are out. We will have a new champion this year. Regensburg and Paderborn will meet in Game 3 this Saturday at 2 p.m. local time. Game 4 will be on Sunday at 1. If necessary, Game 5 will follow right after that for a doubleheader, and then we'll have our two teams for the final series. They are all set for the Czech series. Last week began with the two teams from Brno leading the two teams from Prague 2-1. On Friday, Eagles Praha tied the series at 2 with a 9-1 blowout over Drosy Brno, but then on Saturday, Drosy gave it right back to them, winning 10-3 to take the series in 5. Also on Saturday, Hrosy Brno prevailed 7-5 over Tempo Praha to win the series 3-1. And that means an all-Brno championship series, Drosy versus Hrosy. They may be from the same city, but they haven't shared the same success. Drosy is the winningest team in league history with 22 championships, while Hrosy will be playing in the Czech series for the first time. Joining Hrosy for Game 4 last Saturday was Wojciech Mencik. He had been playing in Single A of the LA Angels organization, but was released 2 weeks ago after slashing .214, .356, .264 with 15 steals in 54 games. In Saturday's game, he was 1 out of 3 with 2 walks and scored a run. In the Italian League, they've got one more series this weekend before the playoffs get started, and the playoff teams have already been decided. Group A, San Marino swept Collecchio while Parma won 2 out of 3 from Nettuno as those two dominate the standings. They will meet each other this weekend in a playoff preview. Group B, Fortitudo Bologna swept Horto di Godo Knights. BBC Grosseto won 2 of 3 from Torino. Bologna and Grosseto are the playoff teams, and they are meeting this weekend. Netherlands Honkbal Hoofdklasse winners stage is now complete. It ended with Curaçao Neptunus sweeping Oosterhout Twins, while the Amsterdam Pirates won 2 out of 3 from HCAW. So the round ends with Amsterdam on top with 37 points, followed by Neptunus with 33, HCAW with 29, and Twins way back with only 9. But this is not the end. New format this year. Next round will begin soon. And that is all for this one. Until next time, this is Baseball International. See ya.